I hope you're able to hear me now. Yeah. So today I'm going to focus on how to become a high-paid carbon accounting consultant in just 90 days without a degree in sustainability or with prior experience. Are you ready to dive in? Say yes if you are. Are you ready to dive in? Type yes in the chat box. Oh, great. A overwhelming response. Thanks for that. What you can expect from today's session? Let us understand that. Like we discussed yesterday and in the previous sessions, how to calculate carbon emissions, how to become industry ready for the job, how to attract more clients as a consultant, and of course, a special offer as we discussed yesterday. Moving forward, before we dive in, let's talk about something very important. Why so many professionals struggle to break into carbon accounting? Did you ever think? If you ever felt that carbon accounting is too complicated, it does require a lot of years of experience, or is only for experts, then let me tell you, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. I know some of you have already tried to learn carbon accounting. I'm sure most of you must have tried it. You have read books, watched videos, maybe even you mucked up some formulae, but everything felt complicated. Am I right? Because I also kind of did the same thing when I started my journey. Let me tell you, it's not your fault. Most training programs focus too much on theory and not enough practical skills. The practical agenda is kind of missing. That's why so many professionals feel lost before they even start. But I'll assure you that you can do this. You can do this. Many of you are probably wondering, do I have the right background? Can I even do this without a degree in environmental sustainability? The answer is yes. If you don't need years of experience or multiple certifications. Trust me. You just need the right strategy, and I'll show you exactly what that is today. They want you to stay confused. Who are they? Big brands and many other certification programs or maybe training institutions. The industry experts, the so-called industry experts, want you to believe that carbon accounting is so elite and a highly technical subject because they want you to be confused. But why they want you to believe in this? Let us understand. Because they benefit when the industry stays complicated. They get paid more than the actual values when the industry stays complicated. But let me tell you the truth. This subject is very, very, very simple. This requires an upgrade in your thinking process and skills. That's it. Like we discussed yesterday, it's just the grit to learn the subject. That's it. And I'm going to show you how to develop the right skills quickly and effectively. And you are right to be suspicious about the complications of the subject. I understand. As trainers, we really understand the point. Let me ask you this one question. How many of you have tried acquiring the skill on your own? Please write yes if you have tried, no if you haven't tried. Hit it. Hit the chat box. Did you ever give it a try? Hit the chat box right now. Oh, overwhelming response again. Great. So many of you said no, but most of you said yes, which simply means that most of us did give it a try. Right? However, you deserve a meaningful career. I know. Many of you are here because you want more than just another job. You want to make an impact, have a career stability, and work in a field that's growing fast and for longer duration, which has to be a sustainable model. That's exactly what I'm here to help you achieve today. By the end of this masterclass, you will know exactly how to step into carbon accounting and build a career you will be proud of. Now, before we go any further, I want to make sure this masterclass is the right fit for you. This session is designed for two types of professionals. First one, if you are a beginner, meaning you have no prior experience in carbon accounting. Second, if you are already working in environment auditing or sustainability or any other related platforms, you are going to learn how to position yourself as a carbon accounting specialist, which can help you stand out in your industry, qualify for better roles, and increase your earning potential. No matter where you are starting from, by the end of this masterclass, you will have a step-by-step roadmap to confidently move forward in this high-demand career. So if that sounds like you, let's get started. Now, let's talk about the biggest belief shift you need to make today. Most people think carbon accounting is too technical, like we already discussed, or only for experts, or that you need an environmental degree for sure, or maybe something from chemistry, or maybe something from sustainability background. But that's simply not true. Carbon accounting is actually a structured process, and it is about measuring, reporting, and managing your emissions with clear frameworks. It's as simple as this. So here is what I want you to believe, that carbon accounting is not just for environmental or sustainability experts. It's a skill that can be mastered with the right roadmap and hands-on learning experience, hands-on learning. This is exactly what we discussed yesterday as well, and I'm just reiterating the same thing today too. In the next 120 minutes, I'll show you how to become a carbon accounting consultant. Even if you are beginning from the scratch. I am Balamurali Krishna, a sustainability professional with 12 years of experience in the ESG domain, and currently acting as CEO of Tattva EG Solutions. My journey started at S&P Global as ESG specialist, and before that I did have many other domains actually. Many other roles with Leaf for Products Private Limited, and as an entrepreneur with social audits and doing some social related audits. A lot of things were there. However, as a GHG auditor, as a carbon accounting specialist, I specialize in ESG integration and sustainability reporting, plus benchmarking of companies. This is exactly what we call it as ESG ratings. That's my experience and I, along with my colleague, Mr. Avinash Kumar, we did start this journey together. Tattva ESG Solutions Private Limited. And like many of you, I was also once a confused professional to become a carbon accounting specialist, of course. So as part of our journey, we have trained more than 5,000 individuals in ESG and carbon accounting area through different paid and free versions, different modules. And who are we? What is our recognition? We are a GRA community member 2024-2025, and we are certified with ISO for our educational excellence. And of course, for our quality, we got ISO 9001, 2015, and for our educational excellence, it is to 21001 and 2018, the certification that we got. Now, if ever you look at this, let me share my story. I started my career with ESG after my MBA in finance. So I'm not at all somebody who is from environment or chemistry or so-called sustainability background. I almost worked for about a couple of years in banking, and then I moved to sustainability auditing, and then sustainability reporting. And then finally, I thought of thinking about carbon accounting. Why? As I was working with these rating agencies, I often get to see scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 emissions, this much emissions, that much emission reduction target, emission setup, offset, etc., etc., etc. And it made me think, why shouldn't I be learning this? Because it is indeed one of the very crucial aspects for any company to have. That's when I started searching for the books, videos, articles, etc., etc., etc. I thought of I was reading many books. I was going through many of the articles that is available across internet, many videos. But I saw that this is kind of confusing. I did not get that. I got frustrated. At one point in time, I thought this is not my cup of tea. I may be satisfied with my ESG sustainability reporting career as a consultant, maybe, or somebody who will be able to just integrate ESG, not focusing on carbon accounting, which is the heart of the entire ESG objective. Then one day, I came across a mentor who actually gave me enough steps to understand and a handbook on carbon accounting. This book really helped me to break the big problem into smaller steps and finally helped me to decode the formula. I cannot share the joy of the moment with you. Definitely, it's immense. I can just narrate what I felt. It's something like a gold mine that is in front of me. Now, I have discovered a path to simplify the emission calculation. That's where I am today with my colleagues and my team. Then I started discussing it with my friends and asked them to see if these roadmaps are working or not. My friends confirmed, my colleagues confirmed that these roadmaps are really working, and hence it is verified. It got verified. I'll share the exact same path with you all today to calculate emissions. I turned those calculation steps into an easy to follow system, one that could take anyone from beginner to job ready carbon accounting specialist in just 90 days. In just 90 days. I call it the 3-step carbon accounting success roadmap. And here is how it works. Step 1, fundamentals and compliance. Learn the key concepts to understand why companies need carbon accounting. We already kind of understood in the last 3 days. And the industry frameworks that drive ESG reporting, which we also understood. Step 2, practical application. Work with real-world case studies, practice emission calculations, and learn how to analyze sustainability reports like a pro. This is something which we will have to see. And the step 3, industry positioning. Discover how to showcase your expertise, create a job-ready portfolio, and position yourself for high-paying opportunities. With this approach, everything became clear. I didn't just understand carbon accounting. I could apply it in a way that companies actually needed. And once I did that, opportunities started coming my way. After struggling for so long, I finally started seeing results about 4 to 5 years back. And then we landed at our first carbon accounting project as part of our Tatva Solutions company as well. But the real transformation wasn't that. It was just in my career. It was in my confidence. It was not just that I got a project. No. It was my confidence that drove me to this achievement. It was in my confidence. For the first time, I felt like I was in control of my future. I was just waiting for opportunities. I was just creating them. I was just looking for them. I was just knocking doors every time, every day, every single time that is possible. I was not just looking that, okay, opportunity comes to me. No. I was just giving my heart out just to figure a way out. And today, I want to help you do the same. That's why I'm here to show you this roadmap so you don't have to waste months or years figuring it out on your own, like I did. Since I have discovered it, then why will you spend more months, more years discovering the same thing when I already did it, when we already did it? And that's exactly the reason why we are here today. By end of this session, by end of the webinar today, you'll have the exact steps to enter this high demand field without an environmental management or environmental science degree, without years of experience, without feeling lost. So if you're ready to make this happen, let's dive in. Hit yes if you're ready. Are you ready? Is it time? Shall we dive in? Yes, yes, yes. Great. Great, great. So over the next 60 minutes, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful secrets that will completely change the way you think about carbon accounting. Can I share the secrets? If you say yes, we will go ahead. Yes? Great. 3 secrets that I would want to discuss today to understand, to discover, to uncover the concepts of carbon accounting, to uncover the myths. Secret 1, how to master emission calculation technique even if you hate complex calculations. Step 2, secret 2, how to build real-world expertise in carbon accounting as an independent consultant, even without prior experience. This is one of the questions that I was asked during the previous classes as well, how to become a consultant or how to get into job. Number 3, the secret number 3, how to get clients as an independent carbon accounting consultant, even if you're just starting out. So let us uncover these secrets. Let's move on to secret 1, how to master emission calculation technique, even if you hate complex calculations. You have been told to calculate emissions. It required much technical knowledge or too much math. But the truth is, like I've always been mentioning, it is not too much technically. It is very simple with the help of tools and a step-by-step framework. That's exactly what we are here today to learn. Once you understand this, you will see how emission calculation is easier than you think. Before we dive in, I want you to understand that it is very simple, and if you really follow the step-by-step framework, it will be done. That's it. It's as simple as this. Now that you understand the secret, let me introduce to the framework. This framework will help you to master emission calculation technique without any complex calculations. It's the process that helped me and my team to address these calculations, and we were able to succeed by providing this technique to about 97 other individuals who learned it, who applied it. That's the beauty. Before I show you exactly how this works, let me tell you a quick story. When I was starting, I used to believe that only math geniuses could master carbon accounting, and I struggled because books had lots of equations and formulae, as we know. Every time I looked at it, these equations, I get frightened from inside, of course from outside as well, because they look complex. I'm not a very math pro. It felt like I'll be needing a PhD for sure. I was of that feeling, and I wasn't alone. My colleagues, even my seasoned sustainability professionals, struggled too. I felt that. I spoke to many. Many of them would either get stuck with those equations or make random assumptions, which was both frustrating and ineffective. Right? I thought the only way to succeed in carbon accounting was to memorize all the formulae and complex calculations. I believed I needed to be an expert in every technical detail before I could even begin. But here, I realized the key wasn't mastering every technical detail, but creating a simple and structured process so that anyone and everyone could follow. This is as simple as this. A process that removed the fear and complexity, anxiety from carbon accounting, so that we will be able to manage, we'll be able to just use these steps to calculate. So here, that's when I created the emission calculation simplified framework, a step-by-step method that breaks the process into 4 clear stages. Understand organizational operating model, which drive emissions. Understand organization operating model, operations driving emissions. Like we discussed, it is one of the very key frameworks that we need to learn. Categorize energy sources, break it down by fuel, electricity, renewables, and other sources, like we already discussed. Number 3, determine emission factors Use reliable tools and databases to ensure accuracy. Number 4, calculate total emissions. Bring it all together into a manageable formula. There are the 4 steps. Just to remind, we need to understand from where we are having emissions in the operation model. Then we need to understand what are the different energy sources that we are using for our operations, from which emissions are actually happening, be it direct or indirect emissions, which we will be learning in the subsequent slides. We need to determine emission factors, then final calculation of emissions, finally emission calculations. Once I applied this framework, everything changed. I tested it with a small team who had zero background in carbon accounting. And to my surprise, they nailed it. Simply, they nailed it. Not only did I feel confident for the first time, but my students and colleagues started seeing carbon accounting as something very approachable, even exciting. Because it's simple. Because it's simple. This is as simple as this. The biggest mistake is thinking you need to master every formula to succeed. But once you understand that, simplifying the process into clear, actionable steps is the real key. Everything will change. Everything will change. It's not about being a math genius. It's about having the right structure to guide you. Right? So this is the emission calculation simplified framework for you. Now, looking at the same thing. Here I'm going to explain each step of this framework and simply we will calculate emissions. You have to understand the company's operations and businesses so that you can determine the right emission source. For example, take a case from, let's say, iron and steel industry. Let's take it. Let us try to understand the business model. To produce steel, you require iron and ore to be excavated from the mines and transported to a company-owned facility. So mines, you have to mine it, and the iron has to be transported from location A to location B, which is my location, right? To produce steel, we need this. In this facility, iron and ore will be processed, and then steel comes. That's the basic operations. That is the whole operating model for the company in the nutshell. We are required some raw materials, ore, iron and ore, right? From there, from the excavation location, we are bringing that to our location, which is our premises, right? Where we're actually manufacturing steel. And here we manufacture, and then it will be distributed, or it will be sold, or it will be transported to the market. As simple as this, understanding the operation model, right? Look at the second point, categorize energy sources. In this, it is to find all the energy sources and make an inventory or list of fuels that we are using. So in this journey, for trucks, we would be using petrol, diesel, gasoline, whatever it is, maybe EVs. For the operations to produce steel from the iron and ore, we will be requiring energy, maybe from renewable sources, maybe from non-renewable sources. Maybe you are buying, maybe you are generating, either of the cases. We call these sources of energy or fuel as activity data, right? So whether you are using renewable energy or non-renewable energy, purchasing or generating, we use this for the production of steel. These sources we need. What are we using? How much are we using? When are we using? We call this as activity data. This is step number 2. Step number 3. You have to identify all the emission factors against each energy and fuel source. You are using, let's say, wind energy. You are using coal energy, or you are using oil. You are using gas. You are using, let's say, petrol. Whatever it is, we need to find emission factors to convert that towards emission calculation, to calculate emissions. We will get emission factors from this step. Once the emission factors come, then we will have to calculate emissions. How? Amount of oil that you consume, let's say amount of petrol that you consume, multiplied by emission factor against petrol in your location. That's it. Repeat emission factor multiplied by activity data will give you total emissions. As simple as this. Repeated calculations of this, source 1, source 2, source 3, source 4, source 5, and add all of them. I repeat, emission factor multiplied by activity data will be the total emission. As simple as this. So, understanding operations, categorization of your sources of energy for your operations, determining your emission factors, multiplying your emission factors with your activity data. That's it. Don't you think it is very simple? Don't you think? No? It is as simple as this. Hope you have got your simple steps of calculating emissions. Now let me provide a simple case. Mr. Bipin Prasad. So he was once working with a company in environmental field. Now he wanted to, since he understood the objective for this entire carbon accounting, emissions, etc., and he joined our course. You see it. What he said, what he exactly said, is there on the screen. Bipin's journey demonstrates that even a seasoned professionals can struggle with complex tasks like emission calculations. He was one of the senior individuals, environmental expert. However, with the right framework and guidance, it's possible to transform those challenges into strengths. When you shift your mindset from too technical to simplifying it and doing it in a practical way, everything will change. Everything will change. The emission calculation simplified framework will make your journey easy too. If it did work for Bipin, it will work for you as well. It's just the grit to learn this subject is what needed. It's as simple as this. Right? Who thinks this is awesome? Hit yes. Who thinks this is awesome? Hit yes. Great. Many outputs. Oh, great. Overwhelming response. Awesome. Great. Okay, moving forward, it's number 2. I hope the secret 1 is clear to everybody. And if by chance you have any questions, definitely you can use Q&A for technical questions. For generic questions, you can use chat box. Let us move on to secret 2. The second secret is about gaining practical experience virtually without doing any project. Isn't it? I feel this one is even more important than the previous secret. Reason? Because simplified calculations will not have any use if we do not practice them well. Let me tell you why. We now know it's something like you try to learn how to drive a car. You learned how to drive a car, how to use gear, how to use accelerator, brake, and then let's say clutch if it is a manual mode, right? You now learned how to drive, but you are not practicing it. If somebody leaves you in the middle of a traffic, how do you feel? It's as simple as this. Practice will always make you confident. Hence, I'm going to share you the second secret with you, because we need practice. We need it. You must have been told that you need years of carbon accounting, etc. Right? Practical steps are very important. Like I was mentioning, without practical steps, it cannot be done. The truth is, you can build expertise by focusing on practical steps, which I'm going to demonstrate in few minutes, as we discussed. Once you follow this structured approach, you can position yourself as a knowledgeable consultant and confidently can take on projects, real world projects. Either you can work for a company, within the company as an JG expert, and working for companies' emission calculations, or you can be a freelancer, or you can start your own consultancy, even if you are just starting out. If you practice well, if you practice enough, it is a possibility. You can become carbon accounting consultant definitely without prior experience, with the help of carbon accounting consultant mastery framework. Right? You can become carbon accounting consultant without any prior experience. This framework will definitely help you to build real world expertise in carbon accounting and position yourself as an independent consultant, like I already mentioned. Right? You can become carbon accounting consultant without prior experience. Definitely. It's the same process that helped me and hundreds of others Hundreds of others, my colleagues, my friends, participants who participate in my courses, to gain the skills and confidence to take on real-world carbon accounting expertise, experience, and establishing themselves as credible professionals in the field. Before I show you exactly how this works, let me tell you a quick story. Once I got the emission calculation, I started applying for the jobs. I could see job postings for carbon accounting many at times, but it was like, will I be getting it? Will I be getting it? I don't know what it is. I don't know how to calculate. This was the situation. I was wondering, how am I supposed to get experience? Otherwise, unless otherwise I get experience, I'll not be hired. How can I get experience if I can't even get started? How can I do that? How can someone with no prior background in carbon accounting get in there? It's not practically possible. I applied for multiple jobs, but they did not select me because I was not having practical experience, right? So I started looking out for the right approach, as I was mentioning. How can I showcase that I have the required experience as well as knowledge? Unless I'm able to showcase this, I'll not be known to many that yes, somebody called Mr. Balamurali Krishna is capable of handling carbon accounting, isn't it? I read through different books and run through different coaches' videos, but those videos were not relevant to the carbon account situations. I thought the only way to build expertise was to spend years working under someone experienced. I thought this. Maybe you must also be thinking the same thing. This belief held me back for so long. It's true. I kept telling myself, if I just wait for the right opportunity, everything will fall into place. But deep down, I knew waiting wasn't the answer. I needed to create my own journey, my own opportunity, my own road. My own road. One day, while I was searching for this, I stumbled upon a sustainability report from a major corporation. We all know sustainability reports, right? They had explained their operations and emission factors and discussed the databases. Those explanations showed me a path. That's when I started looking out for similar GHG emission reports and started noticing a pattern. I did go through at least about 150 to 200 sustainability reports which spoke about emission calculations or emission data. Scope 1 emission this much, Scope 2 emission this much, Scope 3 emission this much, my net zero target is this, my SBTi targets are this, my SBTi targets are approved, we applied for SBTi targets to be approved, we go with CDP, we go with TCFD, XYZ. Then we noticed a pattern. That's when I decided that I didn't need a job to start gaining real-world experience and expertise. The sources I needed were already out there, hidden in plain sight. As simple as this. All I had to do was to learn how to use these hidden resources. I realized by analyzing emission reports from all these 150 to 200 reports, which I was using as part of my research job, as part of my ratings agency job. I was working with S&P Global, like I was mentioning. It was a rating agency. We are required to go through n number of sustainability reports every day. So through that, I started picking about those crucial aspects to learn about scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. Then identifying key emission sources. I could gain the same knowledge and experience people were getting on the job. I was able to do that by figuring it out. All the hidden yet seen resources. Sorry, I didn't have to wait for anyone to hand me an opportunity. I didn't have to wait. I could create my own path and expertise. That's what I felt. Now, thanks to the carbon accounting mastery framework, because I was able to confidently discuss and solve emission-related challenges, attract consultant clients, and kickstarted my career. Though we are very young in the in the industry, very young professionals started coming up with a very new organization. We are able to do, we are doing it. If we are doing it, so that You can do. So you can do as simple as this. Now let me break down the carbon consultant mastery framework for you. This has got 5 simple steps which I'm going to speak on. Number 1, reviewing GHG reports and analyzing their greenhouse gases to understand current emission levels and identify areas for improvement. It is very simple. Go to their emission reports or GHG reports and figure out how much emission they are emitting, from where they are emitting, what is the emission source, what is the highest emission source, and that's the improvement area for you. As simple as this. Learn about scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. Differentiate between or segment your emissions between scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3, direct and indirect emissions, which we will be learning. Then, if we are looking at this as direct and indirect emissions, scope 1 emissions are direct emissions. Scope 2 and 3 emissions are indirect emissions. Scope 1 are direct emissions, scope 2 and scope 3 emissions are indirect emissions. Now, what are scope 2 and what are scope 3? Scope 2 emissions are the emissions that are coming from your energy usage, whether you are buying it, only from the energy that you are buying it. If you are generating your own energy, then it will be part of your scope 1 because that is your own operation. Right? As a reporting company, if I am the reporting company, if I have to speak about scope 1, scope 2, scope 3, whatever emissions that are coming from my own operations, they are my direct emissions. If at all I'm purchasing an X amount of energy from, let's say, distributors like, Reliance or maybe Reliance Power or maybe Adani Power or maybe Tata Power, or maybe government bodies, whatever it is. From that power, whatever emission that is accumulated or accounted for this energy usage as part of my operations will be my indirect emission. One of the indirect emissions, which is called as scope 2. All other indirect emissions in my supply chain, emissions that are happening because of my intervention as an organization, but they are not under my control. Emissions are happening. I'm responsible for that. I'm the reason behind that, but I'm not directly controlling them. You are my supplier. You are supplying, let's say, laptops to me. I'm TCS. You are manufacturing laptops. You are manufacturing these laptops, this a number of laptops, let's say 20,000 laptops, because I'm ordering it to you. I'm the reason behind it. But I'm not having any control on you how to manufacture this. You will be manufacturing and you will be sending it to me. So in this case, these emissions that are happening because of me, where I'm not having control, are called as scope 3 emissions, which are indirect emissions. So for me, emissions that are coming from my own operations are my scope 1 emissions. Emissions that are coming from energy purchase and supply chain emissions are my scope 2 and scope 3 emissions. Here, to differentiate between scope 2 and scope 3, emissions which are coming from purchasing electricity, energy, scope 2, rest of the emissions are scope 3 emissions. Right? Then understand emission factors. Learn how to calculate emissions based on activity or energy consumption. For example, since we took steel industry, here probably we can say CO2 per gallon of fuel that we consume, that we use for the energy purpose, for example. Right? If you look at this will clear a lot of questions of yours. Just take a minute to have a very brief look at this specific image. This will clearly define what are scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 emissions. So center part is reporting company, which is my direct emissions. I can purchase electricity for my own operations, but I usually do not purchase electricity for my downstream activities, isn't it? Once the product is formed, once the product is finalized, once the product is ready to be delivered, will I be buying power to deliver it? Generally, no. And that is my downstream. If I want to, in this very same example, steel industry, so whenever I am buying iron and ore from somebody else who is actually mining it. From there, I am buying it as a company who is manufacturing iron. So here, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So here, my scope 1 emissions are my own operations, and emissions that are coming from this seller who is selling the raw materials to me, which are in the upstream activities from where the raw materials are coming to my premises. Upstream activities are my scope 3 emissions. And since I have to purchase power, if I'm not able to generate enough power for my operations, since I am purchasing, which is coming from external body to my premises, which is again in the upstream activities, is my scope 2, because power emissions related to power purchase, I mean energy usage, are part of scope 2. Every other emission will be part of scope 3, and only emissions that are coming from my own operations at my premises are my scope 1 emissions. And moving forward, if I'm using any other third-party vehicles, any other source of any other medium for the transportation, etc., then they are under my downstream activities, which are also scope 3 emissions. So all the emissions that are coming from scope upstream and downstream activities are called as scope 3 emissions, except emissions coming from power purchase, energy purchase. That's it. So as an organization, direct emissions are my scope 1 emissions, and emissions that are coming from energy usage, purchased energy usage, are my scope 2 emissions. All other emissions that are coming from upstream and downstream activities are my scope 3 emissions. Scope 1 emissions are indirect emissions. Scope 2 and scope 3 emissions are my indirect emissions. Right? Now, identifying emission resources, knowing emission sources. Identify emission sources. So here, pinpoint activities are assets causing emissions within each scope, like vehicles, electricity, supply chain, suppliers, maybe ACs, maybe machines, whatever it is. We need to define the areas, sources which are emitting emissions. Understand emission factors. Now to understand this, learn how to calculate emissions based on activity or energy consumption. We need to learn. I'm sorry. We need to learn how to calculate emissions based on activity or energy consumption, like CO2 per gallon of fuel, like we already discussed. Right? Moving forward, we need to learn how to calculate emissions based on activity or energy consumption data. Deepening understanding of emission factors. So far, out of 5 steps, so far the steps are reviewing our GHG reports to understand what it takes, then learning about scope 1, 2, 3, how we need to segment different kinds of emissions among direct emissions and indirect emissions. Then we need to understand emission sources. Then we need to understand emission factors. Emission source, which are like, fuel, wood, coal, oil, gas, etc. Emission factors to calculate emissions, right? And the next step is to prepare a capstone project. So you just prepare a capstone project on your own and emission report for showcasing your expertise. You take one sample case, one sample scenario. You take from this sample scenario, you just prepare your own project. Start calculating emissions and write a report. Showcase this report to the employer or the client. That's it. Your expertise is now proved that you are a carbon accounting consultant. You can do emission calculations. You can provide advisory. Right? But is it just something that works for me? Let me show you a real life case example. Mr. Anjan Das. If you look at this profile, Mr. Anjan Das. He was once working in EHS profile, EHS, right? Then he once found about this objective called carbon accounting. So as an EHS consultant, He was taking care of environment, health, and safety objectives of the company. Since he understood the importance of carbon accounting, he wanted to learn. So what challenges has he faced and how did he do this is already there on the screen. So from this, what we can learn is that Anjan's transformation clearly showcases how structured learning through the carbon accounting, carbon consultant mastery framework can empower professionals. That's exactly what it does. To build real world expertise in carbon accounting. So he was not from carbon accounting background, though he was from environmental background. Since he is working in he was working in EHS domain, but was he having enough understanding about carbon emission factors, or maybe global warming potential, or maybe sources, or maybe reporting, etc., etc.? No, he didn't, and that's the reason why he was one of the participants, one of the learners from our institution, who was having no experience, in carbon accounting area. His success is a testament to the power of breaking down complex process into actionable steps, providing him with the confidence and tools to excel in his career. He is now working in the space where he also helps his organization. In calculating their emissions. It proved for him. Then why not for you? Right? Now, let's jump onto secret number 3. How to get clients as an independent consultant, even if you are just starting out. You have been told you need years of experience, like we have been mentioning, right? A big network or expensive marketing to get clients. In general, when we go to market, how to become a consultant, how to grab clients, how to get this done, then you need experience, you need big network, you need marketing tools, systems. Yes, I'm not denying that. They are needed. I'm not denying that. But the truth is, you just need the right strategies to position yourself. How effectively you will be able to solve the client's problems. If you are able to prove that, then yes, it is a proven model for you where you will be able to grab clients. Now that you understand this new opportunity, let me introduce you to the client acquisition blueprint. This framework will help you consistently attract and land clients as an independent consultant without having lots of connections in corporates. This definitely will help you achieve that. It's the same process that helped me and dozens of others to build thriving consulting practices even when they were just starting out. Before I show you exactly how this works, let me tell you a quick story. I used to believe that getting clients as an independent consultant was only possible if you would be having years of experience, a massive network, or professional network, or a personal brand, or high n number of salespeople, telecallers, etc., 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 or having very big brand that people do who already trust. I thought I needed to wait until I was ready, until I had everything figured out, and because of that belief, I kept holding myself back. I struggled because deep down, I knew I wanted to start consulting, but I felt like an imposter. How could I convince clients to trust me when I was just starting out? Every rejection felt like confirmation that I wasn't good enough yet. I constantly worried that my lack of experience would overshadow my skills. Lack of experience of what? Handling more clients. Which will overshadow of what? My own skills. In a way, it is killing me down inside. Then I tried everything I could think of, sending cold emails, posting on social media, even reaching out to friends for referrals, but nothing seemed to stick. The clients I did manage to find either ghosted me or didn't see the value in what I was offering. At one point, I thought maybe I'm just not cut out for this. I saw other consultants getting projects left and right. And on the other hand, I couldn't understand what I was doing wrong because I was not getting projects. I started doubting whether I could even make this work. I thought the only way to get clients was to either to have a very big personal brand or to have a very big network. But every time I looked, I didn't have any big personal brand. I was competing with dozens of other consultants who are willing to lower their prices. It felt like a race to the bottom, and I couldn't figure out how to stand out. That moment, then one day, I came across a conversation with one experienced consultant who told me that something that changed everything, for myself, for my, about my way of thinking, is that what he told me. You don't need years of experience. What you need is a system, a way to focus on the right people, build trust, and communicate your value effectively. This is what he told me. Very simple. That's when actually it clicked me that that's when it clicked me that I had been approaching everything in the wrong way, in a very wrong way. Instead of trying to market myself to everyone, I needed to start small, get lesser focused on the right clients, get laser focused on the right clients, and show them exactly how I could help them. Talk to a client, let them know who am I, let them know what I can do to them, let me do an activity for them to gain their trust, then get the project. As simple as this. I realized that building a consulting business requires strategy and intention. Of course, rest of the brand and all do help you, but only with brand we will be able to grow. No, the grit, I'll always have been saying, not just random trial and error. You just have to have a clear strategy that you need to have, not a random trial and error. It was about having a clear, repeatable process to find and win clients. That process didn't require a huge following of years of experience. It just required the right steps. That's when I created the client acquisition blueprint based on my experience, based on the steps that I followed, based on the guidance that I got from some of the known consultants in different markets, different areas of the nation. This structured method simplified everything and gave me the confidence to take action. That's when once I applied this framework, everything changed. When I applied this framework, everything has changed. I went from being unsure of where my next client would come from to consistently landing high quality projects. Not only that, I started attracting clients who valued my expertise and were willing to pay me what I was worth. It didn't stop with me. When I shared this framework with others, they started seeing this too. The biggest mistake most new consultants make in this industry is thinking they need more experience, more connections, more online presence, biggest brand value, etc., before they can get started. But the truth is, once you have a clear system in place, like the client acquisition blueprint, you can start getting clients even if you are just starting out. If you're tired of feeling stuck and unsure of where to start, this framework can completely change the game for you. And that is exactly what the client acquisition blueprint is. Now, thanks to the client acquisition blueprint, I was able to consistently land high quality projects and attract clients who value my expertise, and so can you. Now, let me break down the client acquisition blueprint for you. This framework has got 4 crucial steps. Number 1, define your ideal client. Depending on your expertise, depending on your locality, depending on your industry experience, define who are your ideal clients. Let's say 200 to 500 crore clients, 500 to 1000 crore clients, clients who are having 50 to 100 crore clients, clients who are in, let's say, Delhi NCR area, let's say who are in apparel industry only. Based on your expertise, narrow it down. have higher market. Build a tailored outreach strategy. Start approaching them. Start giving them a bait, something like that. When I say bait, take a simple topic, solve it for them for free, give it to them. Let them think that you are capable enough. So it's one of the strategies that we actually follow, which I'm directly giving you. So you tailor it yourself depending on your strategy. Make your own strategy. And make sure that we will be able to use CRM tools, customer relationship management tools. This will help us in terms of follow-ups. To whom am I speaking to? When did I speak to? When I'm supposed to give a follow-up call? When they are asking me to give them a call? What did they say in the first instance? What did they say in the second instance? I mean, second meeting, third meeting, etc., etc. You maintain that. It will give you an understanding over a period of time. What to speak, what not to speak, where to speak, where not to speak, how to deal. Then finally, seal the deal with confidence. When you put all this together, you'll be able to get projects as an individual consultant as well. Like we said, seal the deal with confidence. Right? Define your ideal client. Now, let me break it down for you. Instead of trying to market to everyone, I identified niche, like I was mentioning. I already explained this. You narrow it down to your niche. A clear strategy. How to talk to clients. Approaching them over phone calls or emails or LinkedIn or where. Because you know who can be your client. You know now. Leveraging CRM tools like I already mentioned. Then finally sealing the deal. As simple as this. Right? Did you get what I have just covered? So far we have covered 3 simple steps. Learning 1, learning 2, learning 3. You have just calculated emissions. You just calculate emission without math and complex calculation, which is learning 1. How to build real world expertise in carbon accounting as an independent consultant, even without prior experience, which is learning 2. How to get clients as an independent consultant, even if you are just starting out, which is learning 3 for you. Do you think this would work for you? Type yes. If you think we have learned enough, if you think we actually have broke it down, type yes. Response is immense, overwhelming response. Great. Good to see. Great. I have helped 97 people to get promoted, and I know it can work for you too. As an organization, as a team, we helped about 97 individuals to grow in their career. Let me ask you a question. How many of you are excited about what we just covered? How many of you are excited actually? Oh, awesome response. Great. And how many of you are feeling a little overwhelmed because we already covered so much in the last 4 days, till yesterday and even today? We actually uncovered myths. We actually understood how this can be a game-changing activity for you, game-changing learning for you. Right? Type awesome. Type OW if you're overwhelmed. Great. Good to see the response. Now that you have seen how powerful these frameworks are, I would love to walk you through something that I put together to make this even more accessible for you. Since we have seen this, how powerful this is, I would like to introduce something to you. Since in 2 hours, every concept and practical example cannot be explained, we all know. It didn't happen in last 3 hours, and it will not happen in this just 2 hours. We all know. And I made my point very clear in the last couple of sessions. Since In just 2 hours, every concept cannot be dealt with practical explanation and examples. Hence, we have designed a course, a program for you. Those who would like to have more practical steps, for them, we have something special. ESG Academy introduces you to a self-paced interactive module of carbon accounting certification. I'm reiterating, ESG Academy by Tatva ESG Solutions Private Limited. ESG Academy, the training vertical by the Tatva ESG Solutions Private Limited, which is into consultancy for ESG and sustainability projects, introduces you to a self-paced interactive sessions of carbon accounting certification. We are not just a training institution, we are consultants. Yeah, and in addition to that, we are offering trainings too to help you out there. This program is designed to help you master carbon accounting and GHG emission compliance. We already discussed compliance objectives yesterday, and land you at high paying sustainability jobs or consultancy projects. This program definitely will help you optimize your skills, your resume, of course, your social media as well. That's something which will happen for sure. Now, who is here to spend 15 minutes and wants me to go over this? Type yes if you are willing me to go over quickly on this. Even if you are not having any prior experience, even if you are not from environmental background, even if you are not from mathematical background, consultant background, doesn't matter who you are. If you are having that basic analytical and common sense, analytical mindset and common sense, that's it. And without common sense and analytical mindset, we are not here today. Since we are here, it already proved that we all can do this for sure. It's called the On-Demand Carbon Accounting Certification Program that we are having. And it's designed to help you master carbon accounting and land high-paying sustainability jobs. Inside this, you will get access to on-demand 18 hours of self-paced recorded videos, carbon footprint calculation template. One of the biggest challenges in carbon accounting is knowing how to accurately calculate emissions, and that's the reason why we are having this. That's why I am also including carbon footprint calculating template, ready-made Excel that eliminate the guesswork, eliminate the hard work, eliminate the complex work, right? GHG emission compliance and corporate reporting guide, which is the third one. Navigating GHG regulations can be overwhelming, which is why we have included the GHG compliance and corporate reporting guide to make it simple. And then bi-weekly live Q&A. With this recorded module, you are not alone. You are not alone in this journey. Every alternate week, you will have access to a live doubt clearing session where you can ask a number of questions, doubts that you will be having. And experts will guide you on that. Not just that, if needed, we can also pick a small topic and can discuss on that. Or one of you can also pick a topic and can discuss. It is absolutely for the learning purpose. Not just that. In the WhatsApp group that we will be making going forward. So you can also ask your questions. The team members, the experts from our team will be trying to address your questions as and when we can. And finally, the last option in this part, in this program is not really the last option as part of the specific objective. The fifth part is private community for corporate sustainability leaders, which is you. You are the corporate sustainability community leaders. You are the one. So for you, success in this field is about who you know as much as what you know. It's not just about how much you know. It's also about how many of the leaders you know. Hence, that's the reason why we are also giving you access to a private community of top sustainability professionals who are with us. This program is what we are going to offer to you, which is divided into 3 sections. The first phase is about understanding fundamentals and the drivers of carbon accounting. The second phase is about understanding the emission framework and emission calculations. And third is about discussing and guiding how to achieve net zero target and generate carbon credit. When we say carbon credit, it will be the base for anybody who is wanting to enter into carbon credit market as well, as we discussed yesterday. Anything that you want to do in the ocean of carbon XYZ, the moment it starts with carbon, then this accounting is the base for any of us. Any of us, not just for me, not just for you, any of us. Without this, we certainly cannot be able to deliver the right objective. With this program, you will be able to understand and apply corporate carbon accounting frameworks. You will be able to confidently calculate and report emissions for companies. You will be able to ensure that GHG compliance and ensure GHG compliance and prepare GHG emission reports. And you'll be able to position yourself as a carbon accounting expert and secure high-paying roles. And finally, it will help you to leverage industry connections to advance your career. For this, no more wasting months trying to figure out carbon accounting on your own. No more feeling lost when it comes to GHG compliance and net zero strategies. No more hours wasted on manual carbon footprint calculations. No more confusion on structuring emission reports and disclosures. No more struggling to find industry mentors and job opportunities. What you are going to get with entire this structure, like we already mentioned, this is carbon accounting certification program in which you will be getting self-paced 18 hours carbon accounting videos, carbon foot worth 25,000 rupees, carbon footprint calculation template worth 20,000 rupees, GHG compliance and corporate reporting guide worth 10,000 rupees, bi-weekly doubt clearing sessions worth 15,000 rupees, private community for corporate sustainability readers worth 5,000 rupees. How much time and money this course will save you? If you look at my own experience, our own experience, years, could take years and probably can save at least about 10 to 12 lakhs for you. With this course, you can save this much. Money you may be earning, time you cannot earn. Money you may be earning with XYZ tomorrow, but time you cannot earn. This is the time. With carbon accounting certification program, you will get results in just 3 months, and that is something which we are promising. If you really follow the instructions the way it is supposed to be done, you will get these results in just 3 months. Save time, get expert guidance, avoid wasting money on trial and error basis. It's time. Will this work for me? Definitely yes. Now I know some of you might be thinking about it. Will this work for me? Will this work for me? Will this work for me? Let me tell you. I have designed the carbon accounting course program, certification program, especially so that any of us, every one of us can master carbon accounting and land at high paying jobs or consultancy positions. Whether you are just starting out with no experience or already working in sustainability domain in some of the activities and struggling to advance to this specific area. Like I was working for ESG profiles, was not knowing ESG, was struggling to get into ESG carbon accounting space. Now I'm also into carbon accounting. This biggest mistake you can make is thinking you have to be math expert or maybe experienced professional. This is the biggest mistake that we all have been making. So for that, it is a very simple thing. It's designed for all levels from beginners to experts. So you don't have to worry. But It's not that all. I also want to give you something additional that makes learning even easier. Net zero carbon strategy, which includes hands-on guidance on emission reduction strategy, real-world examples of successful net zero strategies, practical roadmap to achieve net zero targets effectively, which is worth 15,000 rupees. This bonus gives you practical strategies for emission reduction, strategy to integrate sustainable technologies, and roadmap to achieve net zero targets. And no more searching for the right strategy to reduce emissions, no more uncertainty about achieving net zero, no more lack of strategy for sustainable technology adoption. But wait, I'm not stopping here. We are also having carbon offset mechanism, which will help you to develop understanding of the offset mechanism, clarity on choosing the right offset instruments for your business, strategy to utilize carbon offset instruments worth 20,000 rupees. This bonus gives you insight into the importance of offset mechanisms, overview of available offset instruments, strategic guidance on using offsets effectively, efficiently. With this, you will be getting rid of all these objectives. No more confusion about offsetting carbon emissions, no more lack of knowledge about available offset instruments, no more uncertainty about how to integrate offsets into strategy. Let me introduce to one of our previous participants who applied this practical approach, Mr. Rana Pratap Tamal. You see it on the screen, what he says. Mr. Rana Pratap Tamal. The course gave me holistic knowledge about carbon accounting. The interactive sessions and expert guidance made it a wonderful experience. So here, if you really see this, Rana Pratap transformed his career with this certification. So we clearly see this. If you are looking to master carbon accounting and position yourself as a leader in sustainability, this is your opportunity. If Rana Pratap Samal can do this, you can do this. This is your opportunity to position yourself as a leader in the sustainability market. This is your opportunity. Are you ready to take the next steps? But I want to make this program even better for you. Hence, I'm adding Science-Based Targets Initiative as another bonus, which will help you to understand interactive session with expert guidance on setting science-based targets, which we spoke on last couple of sessions. Where we will be learning about this in the future, which is what I was mentioning. Real-time Q&A for immediate clarity and feedback. Practical insights on aligning targets with the Paris Agreement. Paris Agreement, we understood how important it is for any and every organization in this carbon accounting era, which is worth 15,000 rupees. This bonus gives you step-by-step guidance on setting science-based targets, alignment with Paris Agreement standards, clear understanding of target setting requirements. And there will not be any uncertainty about setting science-based targets, no more misalignment with global climate goals, no more lack of clarity on compliance with Paris Agreement. What you are going to get. This is what you are going to get. In addition to carbon accounting certification program, these three additional resources, net zero carbon strategy, carbon offset mechanism, SBTA science-based targets initiative, you will be getting. Putting together, the value will be 1,25,000 rupees. What else you need? Introducing access to real-world inventory. In addition to what we were offering, we are also giving additional bonuses, out of which the number one is inventory management system. Easy to use template for tracking and managing emission-related data, helps identify gaps and improve data accuracy, structured system to monitor KPIs and progress towards net zero, worth 10,000 rupees. This bonus gives you clear KPIs for carbon accounting and net zero targets, step-by-step guidance on data collection, structured system to store and manage data efficiently and effectively. With this, there is no more difficulty in tracking and organizing carbon accounting data, no more lack of clarity on KPIs and net zero targets, no more confusion about data collection and storage. What else you need? Okay, let me add one more. Introducing access to real-world carbon accounting case studies. It's designed to help you see how exactly top companies implement sustainability strategies. Inside this, you will get detailed case studies from real world businesses showing how they measure, manage, and report carbon emissions. With this, you will learn how top companies measure, manage, and report carbon emissions, get real world insights from industry leaders, implement proven strategies in your work worth 10,000 rupees. With this bonus, you will be able to collect, gives you a collection of detailed case studies, practical insights with which you can apply immediately, and a shortcut to learn from industry experts. With this, there is no more wasting time searching for reliable examples, no more guessing of activity data. Activity data, we all know how important it is. No more feeling unsure about what actually works for me. Now, let me introduce you to Mr. Manoj Kumar. And here is what he spoke. You see him. Manoj Kumar, an associate general manager at Adani Natural Resources, had always been passionate about contributing to sustainability. However, when it came to carbon accounting, he felt unsure, like most of us. He felt unsure of where to start, where to begin, what to learn, what to unlearn, what to cover, what to uncover. He was not sure of this. While managing high-level responsibilities in his organization, he was actually one of the general manager. You know how big role it is. While managing this high-level responsibilities, he was not sure of what to cover. Then he joined our course and given this fantastic output. The carbon accounting course from Tatva exceeded my expectations in every way. It provided a thorough understanding of carbon footprint analysis, international reporting standards, and practical strategies for emission reduction. The course combined theory with real-world case studies, making the concepts easy to apply in my personal life, etc., etc., etc. See, right? And then further, when we speak about bonus 3, most of us may be thinking that I'll not be able to work as a consultant. I have my responsibilities. I don't have enough time to work on my own. I still would want to work as an employee. Then how you will be helping me? Maybe the question. So for that, we are having JG job and salary growth playbook, which will help you position yourself as a high value JG expert and negotiate better salaries, where you'll be getting proven strategies to stand out in the JG job market, salary negotiation frameworks to maximize your earnings, and a roadmap to fast track your career worth 10,000 rupees. With which helps you with this. There is a proven strategy to position yourself in the ESG and carbon accounting job market, salary negotiation tactics to earn more, and a roadmap to fast track your success. With this, there is no more struggling to get noticed by recruiters, no more struggling, no more undervaluing yourself in salary negotiations, no more feeling lost about your career growth. But wait, I'm not stopping here. There is another bonus worth 10,000 rupees. Exclusive certification and LinkedIn endorsement. It's designed to help you boost your credibility and land high-paying sustainability roles. I know that one of the biggest problems people face in today's era is getting recognition from certified companies, and this solves that instantly. With this exclusive certification and LinkedIn endorsement program bonus, you will get industry recognized certification to prove your expertise, LinkedIn endorsement to boost your credibility, standing out, and to attract high-paying job offers worth 10,000 rupees. A certification to prove your expertise, a LinkedIn endorsement to enhance your professional image, a way to stand out from competitors is what this bonus is going to give you. With this, there is no more struggling to prove your skills, no more getting overlooked for better paying roles, no more feeling unsure about how to stand out, how to start. I know some of you might be wondering, will this really work for me? Will this really work for me? And I say yes. This works for beginners who want to learn carbon accounting from the scratch and start a career in sustainability, even if they are not having any prior experience in emission reporting or environmental background. This works for experienced professionals too, who want to position themselves as carbon accounting specialists and unlock better career opportunities, even if they have never worked directly with carbon accounting footprint calculations before. This even works for professionals from non-technical backgrounds who believe they need an advanced degree to succeed in carbon accounting. No matter where you are today, if you follow the steps inside the carbon accounting certification program, you will see the results in just 3 months. Now, the biggest myth probably that you can see right now, you are probably thinking, I can't start because I don't have the right background. However, there is here is why that belief is actually holding you back. Because of this myth, I need an advanced degree in sustainability. However, the reality is companies value practical skills, not just degrees. Degrees are important. I'm not denying that, but not just degrees. Most people believe you need an advanced degree in sustainability, but the truth is companies are actually looking for people who can apply carbon accounting, not just having degrees. If you let this belief stop you, you will be stuck in the same place a year from now as well. I'm here to help you. My team is here to help you gain practical skills and get hired faster. And I've made it simple, structured, and beginner friendly. And we have been mentioning this. So come out of this myth that I'll be needing an advanced degree in sustainability. No, not at all. Degrees will help you, but not just degrees. The practical skill set is which is what going to help you, not the degree, not the just degree. Now, what else you need? Probably the bonus 5, right? Exclusive job and career growth. A complete job search and interview strategy for ESG careers. And of course, GHG emission careers, exclusively if you want to stay with GHG. Inside tips on where to find high-paying opportunities, a roadmap to long-term success in sustainability. And it's designed to help you find job opportunities, ace interviews, and build long-term career in ESG, which is worth 10,000 rupees. This bonus gives you a proven job search strategy, insider tips to ace interviews, a roadmap to long-term success. With this, no more struggling to find ESG job openings, no more getting rejected due to poor interview performance, no more feeling lost about career growth. With this, what you're going to get? Carbon accounting certification program, additional resources and bonuses, inventory management system, access to real-world carbon accounting case studies, the ESG job and salary growth playbook, exclusive certification LinkedIn endorsement, exclusive job and career growth, worth 1,75,000 rupees. If all this system did was help you master carbon accounting in weeks instead of years. What the system did? This system helps you to master carbon accounting in weeks instead of years. Give you the skills to confidently calculate GHG emissions. Help you land high-paying carbon accounting job or consulting positions. Would it be worth it? I'm sure you would agree. You will say yes. Now, I had two choices. When I was making this course, I had two choices. Make it cheap, but with that, that would mean fewer resources and less support for you. I can give it to you at a very cheaper price with lesser data, lesser resources. One thing that was coming to my mind. Number two, invest heavily in making it the best carbon accounting certification program ever available, ensuring you get expert guidance, real-world case studies, and career growth strategies. And I chose option 2 because your success matters to us. I'm reiterating. We chose option 2 because your success matters to us. We want you to grow. What's the value of carbon accounting certification program? This is one question you may be having. Imagine securing a high-paying role. What would that be worth to you? Think about it. If you could finally master carbon accounting calculations and confidently apply for top companies or positions, how much would that mean to your career? And now you have the chance to get it at a fraction of that cost. Tomorrow, when you are landing at 30%, 50%, 80% salary hikes, doubling your salary hikes, Now, with respect to that, in comparison with that, you will just have to spend fraction of that as cost. Now, if you were to get this normally, it would cost you 1.75 lakh Indian rupees. And honestly, even at this price, still at this price, it would be a great deal. It would be a great deal to get all these resources at this price. But because you are here today, you are spending your time with us today, we want to do something special for you. Instead of 1.75 lakh Indian rupees, we want to offer this course at just 14,999 rupees, a whopping 91.5% discount just for you. Just for you. Take the action right now. Take the action right now. What 1.75 lakh rupees course is now offered at just 14,999 rupees, which is including GST, no additional cost, not even a single rupee that you will be paying extra. A whopping 91.5% discount for you, and it is the time to take action. My friends will be putting the link in the chat box. I request my colleagues, my team members, to put the link in the chat box. And it is time for you to take the action right now before the offer ends. Before the offer ends. Carbon Accounting Certification Program, additional resources, bonuses, all putting together 1.75 lakhs is now at just 14,999 rupees, which is inclusive of GST. Check out the chat box for the link to enroll before this special offer expires. Now, if you were to figure this out on your own, it would take you years and cost you lakhs of rupees in trial and error. If you enroll in another programs, you would pay more than 1.5 to 2 lakhs, and they wouldn't even teach you how to do it practically. And I have had practical instances. I have been invited for renowned so-called top-notch colleges, top-notch institutions of India as a faculty. I see them, how they are struggling. Let me not take names, but it is a truth. It is a bitter truth. But today, you are getting everything you need for just a fraction of that cost at 14,999 rupees just. And the results, you will have the skills, certification, and career growth to land a high-paying job. Now you'll be having two choices at this point. Do nothing and stay back where you are today. Keep struggling to break into the carbon accounting field, watching others go ahead while you stay stuck. The other option, take action today, right now. Take the action right now, today. Get access to Carbon Accounting Certification Program and finally start your dream career in sustainability in just 2 to 3 months. The choice is yours. But remember, this special offer expires soon and spots are limited. This is not going to be open for everybody for the rest of the life. No. You have two choices. Do nothing and stay where you are. Even after a year time, you will be the same. This is up to you. Absolutely up to you. It's up to you. Or take action right now and be the change. Be the 1% among 100% of the people who aspire to become somebody. Out of people who aspire to become somebody, only 5% of the people take actions, that action which you already have taken, and 1% take the final action. And if you want to be that 1%, in that 1%, then take action now and be the successful employee or a consultant. I want to make this decision completely risk-free for you. Further, we as a team decided we want to make it completely risk-free for you. That's why I'm including the 30 days, 100% money back guarantee. If you go through the program, implement steps, and don't see real progress, just let me know. We will refund the entire investment. That's it. You either get result or get your money back. That's it. That's the confidence that we are giving you. This is exactly what we are doing. So the program worth 1.75 lakhs is now at just 14,999 rupees, which is inclusive of GST. Again, not in addition to GST. Just imagine how at what lesser price this is coming to you. Now the real question is not should I buy this? Should I buy this or not? The real question is, are you ready to finally achieve this career and financial success you deserve? Because if you are, then there is no better time than this right now. There is no time better than this. The only thing standing between you and your dream career is carbon accounting. That's it. Is carbon accounting, that's it. Let's go over everything you are getting again. Carbon accounting certification program, additional resources, bonuses, putting together 1.75 lakhs worth course, you will be getting at just 14,999 rupees. You are having the link in the chat box. Oh, I did not see this. Overwhelming response. Great. Already, I think about 5 bookings are already done. Oh, great response. Great. I think 5 bookings are already done. Awesome. So probably my team members, I request you to please mention the names in the chat box. Awesome. Great. I want you to mention the names in the chat box. Great. I think Preetham is trying to make the payment, or he has already made the payment, it seems. Oh, great. Pratim Bhattacharya, awesome. Ravichandra, awesome. I think it's I'm not able to spell it out. It's Swaroop Reddy something, right? So awesome. Good going. Awesome. Great. So we are left with very limited spots. We are left with very limited spots. It's time to take action right now. Check out the chat box for the link. Secure spot right now. Check out the link. Check out the chat box and secure a spot right now. It's time for you all to book your course right now. Once the opportunity is gone, then we will not be able to help you at this price. We will not be able to help you at this price. Right? Now there are only 10 seats are available for the next 10 minutes. And this is time for you all to take action. After that, the price will be normal. It's time for you to take action right now. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. The choice is yours. Stay stuck, missing out an opportunity for your career growth, or take action and become an in-demand carbon accounting expert. It's up to you. Take action now. Take action today and become an expert, or just stay where you are even after a year, worrying about, oh yeah, I would have taken the decision a year ago. I'm still lagging behind. There's a lot of opportunities that I've seen that has gone away from me. That's up to you. However you would like to go with. If you're really somebody who is really wanting to make the difference, take the action right now. I'll stay on for a few more minutes to answer your questions, but don't wait too long. Once the discount expires, it's gone. Go ahead, take action now, and I'll see you inside. Before we go on for Q&A, let me also speak on some few factors. What is carbon accounting? Few FAQs, frequently asked questions. Again, I'm reiterating, it is time to make the purchase right now before the opportunity ends. It is time to make the purchase right now before the opportunity ends. Right? So what is the carbon accounting and how does it apply to my profession? Carbon accounting involves measuring, tracking, and reporting the carbon emissions associated with the business activities, regardless of your profession, whether you are in finance, manufacturing, IT, or consulting. Understanding carbon accounting is essential as companies across all sectors are expected to manage and report on their environmental impact. So most of you may be having this question, and here is the answer. This is question number 1. Number 2. And like I was mentioning, there are very limited seats. So the course price is worth 1.75 lakhs, and you can get it at just 14,999 rupees. It is the opportunity that lies in your way. It's time for you to take action right now. Question number 2. I have no prior, most of you may be asking, I have no prior knowledge for carbon accounting. Can I still enroll? Absolutely. The course is designed to cater to beginners as well as professionals with some experience, which we already discussed many times in today's session only. We will guide you from the basics to advanced concepts, ensuring a comprehensive understanding. Right? Now, as I was mentioning, the seats are very limited. It's time for you to take action right now. Okay? Question number 3. Is this program relevant to professionals outside the sustainability field? Yes, carbon accounting is relevant for professionals in finance, operations, supply chain, compliance, and even HR, as sustainability becomes a core part of corporate strategies. Understanding carbon impacts can enhance your skill set in any role. This is another question most of the people do ask, and this is also something which we already addressed. And like I was mentioning, it's time to book your slot. I think there are more questions coming in. Virendra ji, I think he's trying to make the payment. Let me know if you are not able to make the payment. Arshad Ahmad said he'll be reverting. So make sure if the payment is not made, make sure the payment is made on time so that the offer will not be expired. I request my team members to keep in touch with those who are failing to make the payment. Get in touch with them, ask them the questions or problems that they are facing, share necessary links with them. Ask them to make the payment. I request my team members to just be attentive. Now, excuse me. Now I think music at SKG. I'm not able to see the name. Payment is made. Geeta Cat. Payment is created at geetacat@gmail.com. Sorry, geetcat@gmail.com. Your payment is created, but it is not made. So I request my team members just to have a look at it and see and do the needful. Bilal KKP@gmail.com. You try to make the payment twice, but it did not happen. I request my team members just to look at it. Now, moving forward, the question number 4. How will this program help me advance my career? Carbon accounting skills are in high demand. Carbon accounting skills are in high demand as companies globally are focusing on ESG performance and net zero strategies, and that is the reason why it is important. Gaining expertise in this area can make you a valuable asset to the organization, opening up roles in sustainability, consulting, compliance, and even in leadership positions. So this is another question that we often get to see. Now, as I was mentioning, the seats are limited for 10 people only and will be only for next 10 to 15 minutes because we already have spent about 15 minutes. So the price will be increased from 14,919 rupees to the actual price. Now the question number 5. I am from a non-technical background. Will I struggle with the content? No, not at all. The program breaks down technical concepts into easy to understand lessons. We ensure that participants from non-technical backgrounds can follow along and grasp the core concepts of carbon accounting without feeling overwhelmed. That's the promise our team is making. Now, the question number 6, the common questions that we have been receiving. Is carbon accounting relevant to small businesses or only for large companies? Carbon accounting is relevant to small businesses as well. In fact, we can simply say it is relevant to all companies regardless of the size. Small and medium-sized enterprises, which are come under small, medium enterprises, SMEs, are increasingly being required to report their emissions, especially if they are part of larger supply chains or aim to access global markets. We already saw the importance of this. CBAM, primarily for small players. So there is importance. And like I was mentioning, it is time for you to work on make the payment right now by booking the slot. Otherwise, it will be the price will be changed. I mean, the price will be increased to the normal. So we have seen Sangeeta KG, Ashish Kumar. The final payments that we have got Sangeeta KG, Ashish Kumar Katke, Bilal Ahmed Hajam, Vishal Jain. So payments are confirmed as of now, and about 4 payments are under process. So once they are made, then we will get back to you. If I by chance have not read any of your name who have made the payment, please reach my team members. Please reach my team members. They'll be helping you. What if I'm already working in sustainability? Will this course add value to me? The question number 7. If you are already working in sustainability, this course can help you dive deeper into carbon accounting methodologies such as GHG protocol and learn the latest tools and techniques in emission reporting and verification, enabling you to further specialize in the carbon management. So it will be added advantage to you to grow vertically in the organization within. Excuse me. Thank you. Within the organization. This is another biggest opportunity. Now, question number 8. Can I apply this knowledge internationally? So before I proceed further, I'd like to inform you that the slots are very less. Now, I think Kanishka K. Goraksha has made the payment. So there are about 4 more payments as of now in the pipeline, which have to be confirmed by the team. Once the team confirms, then I'll be reading out the name. So the slots are very less. We are getting more and more payments now. It's time for you to take action right now before the opportunity gets over. Once the opportunity gets over, we are very sorry to say we will not be able to bring back the offer at this price, 14,999 rupees. Now, can I apply this knowledge internationally? Yes, definitely. Carbon accounting is not just for local, it is for global, which we clearly understood when we learned about CBAM yesterday. And also we learned about ETS, emission trading system. This is also from EU region. European Commission did bring this concept in the year 2005. So that also speak about global objectives. So yes, internationally you can apply this. Wherever you go, the concept will remain same. It's just that you need to understand the local laws and regulations. Like I was mentioning again, so it's time for you to take the action right now. Question number 9. How long will it take to complete the course, and can I fit it around my job? Like we always mention, like we always have been like we have been saying from the beginning today. So this will be approximately for 3 months in general. That's what we are saying. However, if you really are learning this course in 4 to 6 weeks time, you will definitely learn this, and another 4 to 6 weeks time you will master it. The course is structured to be flexible with modules that you can complete on your at your own pace. Usually it takes 4 to 6 months, 4 to 6 weeks to learn, another 4 to 6 weeks to master. So in total, in about 3 months time, you will be able to master carbon accounting. So in just 4 to 6 weeks time, you will be learning the carbon accounting calculation process. You'll be able to calculate emissions for organizations. Just to be on the safer side, another 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, you will have to spend for more and more practice. Otherwise, just a month time, 4 to 6 weeks. In just a month time also, you can see the right results. So looking at the payments, I think still there are some payments stuck in the process. So I request my team members just to check with those individuals who are really struggling to make the payments, though they are desperately wanting to make the payment, wanting to get the opportunity, get the course at discounted price. I see there are payments which are stuck, right? Now moving forward, question number 10. Do I need a background in environmental science or sustainability to succeed in this program? Like we already mentioned, we already discussed at least about 10 times today and in the last week time. No. No prior background is mandatory. No prior background is mandatory. The program covers all the foundational concepts you will need to understand the carbon accounting program from emission measurement to reporting. So anyone from any field can succeed. Question number 11. What kind of support will I get during the program? You will have access to coaching sessions, peer discussion groups, and a dedicated support team to help answer any questions and guide you through the more technical aspects of the carbon accounting. So there is the system which will help you. Okay. So again, I'm reiterating. It's time for you to take the action right now. Excuse me. It's time for you to take the action right now. After that, we are very sorry to say we will not be able to help you with this offer. We see few payments are stuck. As I was mentioning, I request my team members to just check with them and do help them wherever it is needed. And the question number 12. Will I receive a certification upon completion? Yes. Upon successfully completing the program, you will receive a certification that is recognized within the sustainability and corporate reporting communities, helping you demonstrate your expertise in carbon accounting. And question number 13, can this program help me transition into a sustainability focused career? Absolutely, yes. Many participants use carbon accounting as a stepping stone to transition into roles in sustainability, ESG consulting, carbon markets, carbon credits, or corporate responsibility. These skills, the skills learned are applicable to a variety of career paths in variety of sectors, right? So this will definitely help you help in your career's progression. Now, the last fact, the frequent asked question probably for the day is, what industries is carbon accounting most applicable to? Carbon accounting is relevant across industries, as we already discussed, such as manufacturing, IT, industry, transport, finance, retail, whatnot, aviation, whatnot, anything. Any business that wants to reduce its carbon footprint or comply with ESG requirements can benefit from carbon accounting. Or for any business, the moment it is made mandatory as part of compliance or regulatory requirements, it is required. It is as simple as this. So, carbon accounting is important for anybody and everybody, and for any organization, doesn't matter small, big, across globe. So this is about today's masterclass, where we unlock many things. Now, this is it for my end for now. So far, now I request the participants to open up for Q&A. I request my host to allow them to speak if somebody is having a question, if somebody is stuck somewhere. Yeah, we are open for questions now. Anybody? You may raise your hand. We will allow you to speak. You may raise your hand. We will allow you to speak.
Yeah, sir, good afternoon. And absolutely. Am I audible to you all, sir?
Yes, you are audible to me, sir.
Okay, fine. It was a quite nice session, but some of the things that I needed some more clarity on, throughout these 3 days of classes, as I rightly told you, you have told all the things that is required to be and what are the objectives, and like a appetizer for this bigger course that we are talking about. So the point here is, when we are using the tools for collecting and reporting the emissions, you are talking about it is an Excel platform or it is a template. Talking about automation or talking about Excel, it would be, if we are working on it, it would be a little bit time consuming and it would be little bit what we personally feel chances of getting obsolete. It would be the chances are high, but working on a specific software on it for the inventory management and all those things would definitely help. So, the same question, it was there in my mind itself. If you're talking about Excel templates and all those things, it is all we are having and we are working on. But is there any specific or any that means your generic software that you have developed from Tattva that can help us out? Because getting the knowledge of collecting the emissions and identifying the scope and boundaries and all those things, it would be a very executive work, and it would be a strategic work, in fact. But getting into collection and reporting and all doing all those things, it would be a clerical activity which needs to be done automatically, or it is to be done more like not on calculation basis or collecting and typing inputs and other things through Excel. So the solution that you are going to provide in this amount itself, what kind of software it would be, and what are the chances that you will be evolving through that software in the latter time, and how you will be making us accessible to those type of softwares whenever we will be requiring it.
Right,
This is a
sir.
very big question. Yeah.
Let's,
And
no worries, no worries. I understand the question. So I would
yeah.
like to put forth a couple of perspectives of our strategy behind this. And before that, I would like to mention that there are only, I think, 1 or 2 slots left for this entire project. So it's time for you to hurry up. And once it is done, then probably not be able to, continue the same offer. So it's time for you to hurry. Now, coming back to your question, Pradipta Mishra ji, like you have been asking, I mean, similar kind of questions from the last 3 days. So I would like to put forth my perspectives here. So giving a sophisticated tool. For that, as of now, Tattva has not developed any sophisticated tool, but we are actually developing it. That is one thing. However, if anybody is giving you a sophisticated tool, it is something like we are just using the tool to get the output, not knowing the intrinsic factors of the tool, how it is built, why it is built, what factors have we considered, what inputs have we given. So if we fail to understand the basics, then one way or the other way in the journey as a consultant or as an employee, it will always what do you say? Put a question towards us. Am I learning it in the right way? It will always trouble us. So it is always better to learn the concept from the scratch, like we always have been mentioning. In today's session also, we have been mentioning this quite a many times. So if you learn the concept from the scratch, and tomorrow you can develop your own tool by yourself. If you know how to develop this, if you know what are the intrinsic topics, what are the crucial factors that we all need to learn, what are GWPs, what are emission factors, etc., where to use it, how to calculate, how to multiply, how to add, what are different sources, all these things, if you do it by yourself, the so-called ground level work that you are mentioning, if we do it, that's when we will become strong. And this is our practical and proven approach that we would like to go with. And that is the reason why we want to stick with Excel sheets, where we'll be learning a lot in terms of gathering information, collection, managing, structuring, and strategizing. And if by chance, assuming that I'm having a tool, let's assume Tattva has already developed a tool or already bought a tool, then if I give it to you, then what learning will you be having? Then simply it is a what statement that I'm giving you. I'm going to make you somebody who will be a carbon accounting specialist. Rather, I'm just going to make you somebody who is a clerk. You just have to enter the data. That's it. When will you become a carbon accounting specialist then? Pradeep Dasji, hope you're getting our intention behind not giving a tool. Right? Hope the question is answered. So here the intention of Tattva ESG is very simple and very strong, that we would like to go with the very basics, and the basics as very strong foundation, so that tomorrow, whatever might be the question or situation that is encountering us, we shall be in a position to speak to that, address that, work on that. That's the intention. So for that, we would like to go with this kind of objectives. Yeah. So next question, please. So meanwhile, I would like to reiterate that the slots are very less. So it's time for you to make payment right now before the slots are gone. So once the slots are gone, then I'm very sorry to say we will not be able to extend the opportunity for you. And I just got what we say updates from my team. You can also make a payment of about 1,000 rupees to book your slot at just 14,999 rupees. Please understand this. You can make a payment of 1,000 rupees and you can book your slot at 14,999 only, and balance payment you can make it in a week time. By next Saturday, you can make the payment. That is also a possibility. This option is just given to me. Hence, I'm just letting you know. So we also have this option. Just make a payment of 1,000 rupees and book your slot just for 14,999 and share the screenshot with us at the same WhatsApp number which you all have. And for your reference, my team members will also mention the phone WhatsApp number with you. 824772248 is the WhatsApp number which you all have. My team members will also mention that in the chat. So you are required to share the screenshot with us once the 1,000 rupees payment is made. It is to book your payment, book your slot at 14,999. The balance payment, which is 13,999, you can make the payment in 1 week time. It's absolutely fine for us. Absolutely fine. Yep. Bilal Ahmed ji, you raise your hand. Dr. Vikash Goyal, one of you can take it.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bala. If I'm audible to you?
Yeah, you're audible. Bilal ji speaking, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much for wonderful session. Actually, I have taken
pleasure knowing this. Yeah.
And I was able to see in my account, in my training account, the course is credited over there. A little bit confusion regarding the additional resources, offset mechanism, SBAT. It looks these are the video resources so far as your
yes.
I could see the main program that is containing some 3 sections: basic, pro, and premium.
Yes,
I think it is the version 2 carbon accounting mastery self-paced. It has been credited to my account. What about the other things, which resources and other things? Maybe I found some of them are documented. And
so how much did you pay, Bilal ji?
I paid 14,999.
Okay. So
Yes.
probably then all the resources must already be given to you. So I'll check. You please share your email ID and phone number with which you registered at the WhatsApp number or in the chat box. My team will check and get back to you on this. What all you have received and if there is anything missing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, pleasure.
Nice.
Yeah, Mr. Vikash Goyal ji. Yes.
Am I audible?
Pretty much, sir. Pretty much.
Okay. My query is that the most important part of emission calculation is knowing proper emission factors.
Absolutely right, sir.
Yes. So, and from where I can get these emission factors applicable to India?
Okay. So emission factors we get from GG protocol, IPCC, the other platforms, and we have BEE as well, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So they are the authorized platforms. And Mr. Avinash Kumar, my colleague, can throw some more light on it. Avinash, if you don't mind, if you can speak on this.
Yeah, so actually, we can. I mean, there are multiple resources, right? For if you talk about electricity, we can go to the CEA website, like Central Electricity Authority of India. So that is basically for electricity, right?
Okay.
IPCC and GHG protocol, as Bala mentioned, will have other emission factors. Similarly, EPA. So it is basically what you can do. You can localize your emission factor based on your country requirements. So in India, basically, we are focusing on either UK DEFRA or GHG protocol, basically. Okay. So
and all these resources, the sources, they provide the same factors, or they have
so they have different nomenclature, and that is why they have a different emission factors.
Values are different there.
A bit different if they are same, right? But if they're if they have, I mean, let's say I'm talking about diesel in India, right? So that is they are saying that okay, diesel has a different density in India, so that will have a different a different emission factor. Whereas if you talk about blended diesel in India, right? So that is 20% blended with the ethanol or maybe other biofuels. In that case, that will be different from the 60% blended in US, right?
So
So
that means we have to go into such micro details when we.
right. When
Oh,
we calculate, we have to again research. I mean, it is some standards are very well defined, some standards are not very well defined. So, I mean, some emission factors not in the standards. So some emission factors are well defined and well, like diesel and petrol. But blended
Mhm.
ones, you have to again go back and see in micro labels.
So we'll have to find out from our own uh, this units and as well as from our supply chain suppliers that what kind of diesel they are using. Huh?
Yeah, that will.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, like I was mentioning, guys, we are running short of the slots. So, if anybody is still interested, either you can make it in part payments as well, or you can make advance payment of 1,000 rupees, and rest of the payment can be done in a week time. So, these options are already provided to you. Those who are interested can take the course with part payments like 7,500, 7,500. That is something which you can check with my team members who are already in coordinating with you, or you can make 1,000 rupees as advance payment, and rest of the payment can be done in week time. That's also another option. Whichever you would like to have, you can take it. We are open for that. But make sure that you make the payment before the opportunity and offer is gone. So you will not be able to further extend the offer. Yeah. So Pradipta Mishra ji said made 2,000 rupees payment through scanner. Okay. So we will check, sir. So Pradipta Mishra ji, just share the screenshot at 824772248 and we will get back to you on that. And please share your name and phone number as well. Unless you share this information, we will not be able to get back to you. Requesting you to please share that screenshot. Then only we'll be able to come back to you. Yeah. So further members, any questions? If there are any questions, then we will be taking it. Otherwise, like I was mentioning, it is time for you to take the action. So just make sure that you are making the payment on time. Either full payment, where you'll get the access instantly, or in 2 installments, like 7,500 and 7,499 rupees. Or you can make a payment of 1,000 rupees and book your slot at just 14,999, where you'll have to pay the rest of the payment, which is 13,999 in a week time. So whichever you think you'd like to go with, we are okay with that. Absolutely fine for us. Any further questions? Anybody? And otherwise, we can probably call it off for the day. Any further questions, guys? Arshad ji, you'd like to speak? Arshad Ahmed ji. You can speak now.
Sir, basically, I want to understand how this capstone project
Mhm.
that you're referring to, no? You were referring to some creating capstone projects.
Mhm.
How does that work? Could you share some example of that?
Yeah. So usually what happens, Avinash will give you more insights on that. I'll just give you a little kind of brief. So this is something which we will be taking a company and some sort of hypothetical information or real-time case study with where we will be changing the numbers and assuming that this is the information inputs that they are using. Based on that, we'll have to calculate emissions and write a report. Right. So that's the capstone project that we will be generally using. So on top of that, Avinash will give you more information on that. Avinash, please.
Okay, so capstone project, basically, if you can go to any company's sustainability report, right, and you will see that there are, so some company used to explain that which particular fuels they have used, which particular things they have included in their calculations. So you have to find out those calculation, you can say, and try to calculate with your own emission factors and try to see that whether you are reaching up to a particular label or not, right? So with that, you will be able to verify that, okay, I mean, it is not very different, or it is if you are using or utilizing the same kind of, so it differs with the particular emission factors that you are using. For an example, EPA, if you talk about, EPA has a different emission factor than the UK DEFRA. But if you are using the right methodology and right everything, that will add up to the sustainability emission reported by the company. So you can go to any big corporates sustainability report. You can see that what all fuels they are using, try to replicate that, and then try to include all the emission factors or try to research on all the emission factors and write down all the emission factors and calculate it with your own knowledge. And that will be your project. Right? That is how we are trying to project it. Hope you got the idea.
Hope it is answered, sir. Yeah. So, any further questions? Any further questions? Yeah. So let us try to wrap it up for the day then. Thank you all for joining us. There are some other. Okay. There are some questions. Cool. I don't think there is any other question. Then probably we can wrap it up. Maybe Pradipta Mishra ji, you can speak. You raise your hand again. Seems. Hello. Okay. Cool. Then thank you so much, everyone. Once again, thanks for joining us. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Yes, Mr. Raji, you can please. You can please speak.
Yeah.
Speak to us. Yes, Mr. Raji.
Yeah, as Mr. Bilal and the other person was explaining certain things where we'll be requiring some kind of resources as far as factors are concerned, or some of the other things also where we'll be stucking in our projects itself, like referring to some of the factors or library of database. And I hope your team will be definitely there to help us out
Definitely, sir.
to get
Definitely.
those.
Absolutely,
Because
sir.
that is a big question, because that would be getting stuck in the midway itself.
Of course. So we those who may join this course, we will be what we say having a WhatsApp group. There,
Yeah.
the expert will also be there.
Thanks a lot, sir. That was a
Yeah.
very big
So
question.
that's it. That's there. We will be in contact. In addition to that, like you mentioned, once in every 2 weeks, we will be having a live session, depending on the questions that we will be having.
Yeah. It will be coming from, sir, one more thing that I just wanted to
Please, sir.
confirm. The payment that you were just asking for, it was supposed to be made from my company's account. That's why I was not able to make it. I needed
Okay.
some prior approval.
Definitely,
So
no problem.
that's why I just made a payment of 2K.
Okay,
And
okay.
so once I'll get it approved in a day or two, and it will be done through my company account. That would be little bit.
Perfect. Absolutely fine. My team will be sharing the account details with you. Once it is created, then the next steps can be taken.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Perfect, sir. No
Thanks,
worries.
sir.
No worries. Perfect, sir. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Cool then. Thanks, everyone. If you have no questions, then we'll be signing off for the day. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much. All the very best. Have a good day. Thanks for joining us.